Hey guys, it's me again, Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer coming from sunny South Africa. So in this video, I'm going to reflect on the video that I did, which is huge user interface in 30 minutes. So what I did in this video, I've challenged myself to create a user interface. Where is it? Let me just quickly show you this user interface in 30 minutes. Okay, so now I want to talk about my observation about it and how it was and the good things, and I don't think there's the good things and the bad things and things that I think I did very well. Let me just switch off the audio. Okay, things that I think I did well and things that I didn't do well. Okay. Number one, the video was not as easy as I think. Obviously I thought I was going to be a bit relaxed than the way I was rushing. Or first, let me talk about why 30 minutes. I think I decided to choose 30 minutes because it was some sort of a short amount of time, and the work that I was supposed to do, at least, yes, like obviously I'm not a that advanced developer, but obviously that work, the scope of work that I've given myself wouldn't really fit in 30 minutes. But however, there are some people who are advanced, who are sharp in CSS, sharp in HTML, and also who are sharp in what can I say, in typing, the typing speed. So some other people, yes, can do it, but I've decided to choose a shorter minute because I wanted it, first of all, to have that nervousness, you know, and also to have that feeling of a rush behind it, so that I cannot, number one, I cannot relax, because when I'm doing general and normal videos, I'm relaxed. If I don't know something, I don't panic, because I just have to give myself some time, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then I will remember it. So in this video, I wanted to some sort of rush myself so that I can see how do I perform some sort of under pressure. So let's just talk about the takeaways. Okay, number one, I didn't complete it in 30 minutes. Number two, what I came up with, let me just okay, what I came up with was too far from good, but at least it was better. But it was far from being what I hope it will be. And remember, there I was not only doing a login page, I also wanted to do the second page. So it was far from being good, but at least the takeaway from it, at least number one, um, I've managed to type the code and also explain a little bit what is the code doing. So if you didn't watch this video, this is the video that is on my screen right now. It's login page in 30 minutes, HTML and CSS. So at least I've managed to explain while I'm talking, even though that took a little bit of time from me. Obviously, I don't mind, because I can't just jump into the screen and then do the coding without a little bit of explanation of what I'm doing. And then what delayed me, I think, is the CSS part when I'm writing the CSS. So in fact, I didn't know that typing CSS is time consuming than HTML until I did that challenge. I didn't know. So at least now I've learned that, okay, writing CSS, it's a bit tricky than HTML. It makes sense when you think about it, because HTML, you are just mocking up things. So HTML just means that if you've got this pattern, you are not styling it, you are not thinking a lot, so you are not using your mind that much, and there are no important decision. You just put a div container and you put a span inside, and then that's a pattern. To make it look prettier and have a blue background and white text, and then what you will do, you will go to CSS and then style that. So this is an observation that really before the challenge I was not aware of it. I really didn't know that right, typing like HTML and CSS is more time consuming than HTML. So now when I'm coding something again, also I'm going to challenge myself to finish it in 30 minutes so that I can improve my CSS typing. Also, the other thing that I think this one is just a silly mistake, the typos, to type wrong spelling and then you delete them and then you type them again and then you delete them. I think also that one I need to make sure that at least I write once. I don't write things and delete them and write things and delete them, so that I can improve my time. The other thing, I don't want to lie, I'm carried away with that challenge. I think going forward, I'm just going to get a habit of putting some time in my coding. I think it will help me to think fast and to think smart. I think that is what can I say? That is something that I think most developers, that is the skill that I think developers, they don't cultivate. That's a very unique attribute, and I think it's needed in the industry. Maybe be it employment, be it you freelancing, doing your own work. If you can train yourself to pace yourself and also to think smart and think quick, I think that's an interesting thing. I'm looking forward to it, to like diving deep into thinking smart so that I can be a better developer. I am hoping that also, as I'm trying to be a better developer, also you are becoming a better developer. So that's a tip that I will also give it to you, that try to pace your work so that you can see what do you know by heart and what do you still have to some sort of improve, even in terms of your CSS. Yeah, that will show you, or it will expose you that okay, you are not good in this CSS whatever attribute or knowledge, or you are not fluent with it, so you will need to improve on it. So I'm not gonna talk a lot of things, but the takeaway is that number one, I'm interested in doing it again. Number two, it has taught me a thing or two about writing in HTML and CSS, which is writing CSS. It's a more time consuming and it's an understandable thing because you make some decisions. And also what I've noticed and what I've learned about it is that it's how I write my CSS. At least my CSS has improved from like let's say a year ago or 2 years ago, and now I'm not repeating myself a lot. It's something that I was not aware of it until this challenge. I don't, at least now I don't repeat. I used to write a lot of repeated CSS. How am I achieving that? For every HTML element I used to attach an ID to it, and then you will find out that I have to style all the HTML element, even the same button that differ a little. I have to write that code on an ID selector and also write the other code for the other button, the same thing, and then change those things. But now what I've noticed that I'm using classes a lot, which is a good programming practice, whereby if this button is the same as this one, those CSS attributes or CSS styles can be on the same class, and then I'll just use the IDs to create what differs. Otherwise, for me, Matthew Msingati, that's about it. In the next video, I promise you, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to greet you by your name, because now I'm starting to recognize your faces, because you guys are the people who are coming back to my videos, watching, and I'm starting to see that there are some faces that are popping up again. If you think that I cannot do that, please just wait. Make sure that you subscribe, and then in the next video I'm going to greet you by your face. Believe me, stick with me, I'll make you famous. I'll take you places to see different faces. If how does that relate to code, seeing different people in different places, I don't know how does that relate to the mission and the purpose of the channel in general. But otherwise, for me, Matthew Msingati, that's about it. See you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.